Welcome back to the channel. Rarest coins. Today, we're diving into a topic that's sure to excite both new and seasoned coin collectors alike. We're going to explore the 1982D Lincoln penny and uncover why this coin could be worth a lot more than its face value. Stick around as we break down what makes this penny special and how you might have a hidden treasure in your own collection. First, a bit of background. The Lincoln penny, introduced in 1909 to honor Abraham Lincoln's 100th birthday, has seen various design changes over the decades. By 1982, the penny had undergone a significant change. Its composition was switched from 95% copper to 97.5% zinc with a thin copper plating. This was done to reduce production costs, as the price of copper had risen. Now, let's focus on the 1982D Lincoln penny. Most of these coins are not particularly valuable, but there are some rare exceptions that make the 1982D penny an interesting piece for collectors. Specifically, there are notable varieties and errors that could significantly increase the coin's value. $1 million rarest coins. The 1982 transition year is particularly interesting because it saw the introduction of the zinc composition. However, a few copper pennies were still minted during this time. The 1982D copper penny is a rare find and can be worth a considerable amount if you come across one. To distinguish between the copper and zinc versions, weigh the coin or check the composition. Copper pennies weigh about 3.11 grams, while zinc pennies weigh approximately 2.5 grams. Rarest coins. Another intriguing aspect of the 1982D Lincoln penny is the small date and large date varieties. The differences in the size of the digits in the year 1982 can be subtle but significant. The small date variety has thinner, more delicate numbers compared to the large date, which features thicker, more robust digits. To determine which variety you have, carefully compare the size of the digits. The small date variety is rarer and more valuable, especially if it's in excellent condition. The 1982D Lincoln penny is also known for various errors, such as the double die obverse. This error occurs when the coin is struck more than once, leading to doubled images, especially noticeable in the date and Lincoln's portrait. Such errors are highly sought after by collectors. Look closely at the date and Lincoln's portrait under magnification. If you spot any doubling, you might have a valuable error coin on your hands. Once you've identified a potentially valuable 1982D penny, the next step is grading. Coin grading is crucial as it affects the value significantly. Coins are graded on a scale from poor to mint state, with higher grades being worth more. To get an accurate valuation, you may want to use professional grading services from companies like PCGS or NGC. These services can provide a detailed assessment and certification, helping you determine your coin's true market value. $1 million rarest coins. To give you a sense of potential value, let's look at recent auction results. Well-preserved 1982D copper pennies and error varieties can command high prices, often reaching hundreds or even thousands of dollars, depending on their rarity and condition. Here are a few tips for collectors looking to find and assess valuable 1982D Lincoln pennies. Use a scale to determine if your penny is copper or zinc. Look closely at the date for small or large date rarest coins. Use a magnifying glass to check for doubled features or other errors. For valuable coins, consider professional grading to get an accurate valuation. In summary, while many 1982D Lincoln pennies are worth just their face value, there are rare varieties and errors that can make them highly valuable. Whether it's a copper penny, a small date, or an error coin, knowing what to look for. Welcome back to our channel, where we dive into the fascinating world of coin collecting. Rarest coins. Today, we're exploring a coin that might be lurking in your pocket. Change out the 1973D Lincoln penny. You might be surprised to learn that this seemingly ordinary penny could be worth a lot more than you think. Stick around as we uncover the details, rare varieties, and why this penny might be a hidden gem in your collection. First, let's set the stage with a brief history of the Lincoln penny. Introduced in 1909 to commemorate Abraham Lincoln's 100th birthday, The Lincoln penny has seen several changes over the decades. By 1973, it was made from a composition of 95% copper and 5% zinc, a standard for pennies at the time. It features a portrait of Lincoln on the obverse and the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse. Now, let's focus on the 1973 penny, minted as the Denver Mint. Most 1973 pennies are fairly common, but within this batch, there are a few key varieties and errors that collectors are on the lookout for. These rarities can make an otherwise ordinary penny quite valuable. The most notable error found in the 1973 Lincoln penny is the double die obverse. This occurs when the die used to strike the coin has been misaligned, resulting in doubled images on the front of the penny. Specifically, you might see doubling in the date, Lincoln's portrait, or even the inscriptions. To identify a double die obverse, closely examine the date and Lincoln's portrait under magnification. If you notice any signs of doubling, especially in the numbers of the year or Lincoln's features, you may have a valuable coin. These errors are relatively rare, and finding one in good condition can significantly increase its value. $2 million rarest coins. Another interesting variety is the high 7. In this case, the number 7 in the year 1973 appears slightly higher than usual. This variety is less common but still sought after by collectors. To spot this, compare your penny with a standard 1973 to see if the 7 is noticeably elevated. Once you've identified a potential rare variety, the next step is grading. Coin grading is crucial as it affects the coin's value. Coins are graded based on their condition, ranging from poor to mint state. A higher grade indicates better condition and can lead to higher values. Grading involves examining the coin for wear, scratches, and overall quality. For a more accurate assessment, you might consider professional grading services from organizations like PCGS or NGC. These services can provide a certification that will help in determining the true value of your coin. To give you an idea of how much these rare varieties can be worth, let's look at recent auction results. Well-preserved double die obverse 1973 pennies have sold for hundreds of dollars, depending on their grade. Similarly, the high 7 variety, while less common, can also command a premium if in excellent condition. Rarest coins. If you're a coin collector, here are a few tips for finding and valuing these rarities. Use a magnifying glass to check for doubling or other errors. Refer to reference books or online resources to identify potential rare varieties. If you believe you have a rare penny, consider getting it appraised or graded by a professional service. In summary, while most 1973 Lincoln pennies are worth their face value, certain varieties like the double die obverse and high 7 can be quite valuable. With careful examination and grading, you might just discover a hidden treasure in your own collection. Rarest coins. Thank you for joining us on this exploration of the 1973 Lincoln penny. If you enjoyed this video and found it useful, be sure to give us a thumbs up and subscribe for more coin collecting tips and updates. Do you have any rare pennies or other interesting finds? Share your thoughts and discoveries in the comments below. Until next time, happy collecting. See you in the next video. Welcome back to our rarest coins. Today, we're diving into a coin that might be hiding in your collection, the 1951 Lincoln penny. While it may seem like an ordinary piece of pocket change, the 1951 Lincoln penny has some intriguing aspects that could make it worth a lot more than you'd expect. In this video, we'll explore why this penny could be a hidden gem and how you can determine if you have a valuable one. Let's get started. To fully appreciate the 1951 Lincoln penny, let's first take a quick look at the history of the Lincoln penny. First minted in 1909 to celebrate Abraham Lincoln's 100th birthday, this coin has undergone several design changes over the years. By 1951, the penny featured Lincoln's portrait on the obverse and the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse. This design would remain unchanged until 2009, marking the 200th anniversary of Lincoln's birth. In 1951, the Lincoln penny was made of 95% copper and 5% zinc. While most of these pennies are relatively common, There are specific features and rarities associated with the 1951 Lincoln penny that can make it quite valuable. Let's explore these in detail. One of the most exciting errors to look for in the 1951 Lincoln penny is the double die obverse. This occurs when the die used to strike the coin has been misaligned, causing the images on the coin to appear doubled. For the 1951 penny, this means you might see double digits in the date or doubling in Lincoln's portrait. To identify a double die obverse, use a magnifying glass to closely inspect the date and Lincoln's portrait. Look for any signs of doubling, especially in the numbers or Lincoln's features. If you spot any doubling, you might have a rare and valuable error coin. Another important aspect of the 1951 Lincoln penny is the 1951s variety. The 1951s penny is considered a key date in the Lincoln penny series. This is due to its lower mintage compared to other years. Collectors often seek out this coin to complete their collections, and its scarcity can make it quite valuable, especially in high grades. To determine if you have a 1951s penny, look for the S mint mark on the reverse side of the coin, just below the Lincoln Memorial. This mint mark signifies that the penny was minted in San Francisco, and it's a key date for collectors. Once you've identified a potential rare or valuable 1951 Lincoln penny, the next step is grading. Coin grading assesses the condition of the coin and greatly influences its value. Coins are graded on a scale from poor to mint state, with higher grades indicating better condition. To get an accurate valuation, you might want to use professional grading services such as PCGS or NGC. These services provide detailed assessments and certifications that help determine the coin's true market value. $6 million rarest coins. To give you an idea of the potential value, let's look at recent auction results. Well-preserved 1951 double die obverse pennies and 1951s key dates can fetch impressive prices, often ranging from several hundred to thousands of dollars, depending on their rarity and condition. If you're searching for valuable 1951 Lincoln pennies, here are a few tips to keep in mind. Use a magnifying glass to check for doubled features or other minting errors. Look for the S mint mark on the 1951s penny and check its rarity. For accurate valuation, consider having your coin graded by a professional service. Rarest coins in summary. While many 1951 Lincoln pennies are worth just their face value, certain varieties and errors can make them highly valuable. Whether it's a double die obverse or 1951s key date, knowing what to look for and getting your coin professionally graded can uncover its true worth. Thanks for joining us on this journey through the 1951 Lincoln penny. If you found this video helpful, be sure to give. Welcome back to our channel. Rarest coins. Today, we're diving into the fascinating world of the 1978 Lincoln penny. While most people might see this as just another piece of pocket change, there's a lot more to this coin than meets the eye. In this video, we'll explore why the 1978 Lincoln penny could be worth a surprising amount of money, what makes it special, and how to identify if you have a valuable one. Let's get started. Before we delve into the 1978 Lincoln penny specifically, let's review the history of this iconic coin. The Lincoln penny was first introduced in 1909 to honor Abraham Lincoln's 100th birthday. Over the decades, its design has evolved, but by 1978, it featured the familiar portrait of Lincoln on the obverse and the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse. This design would remain in use until 2009, marking the 200th anniversary of Lincoln's birth. In 1978, the Lincoln penny was minted with a composition of 95% copper and 5% zinc, which was standard for pennies at the time. Most of these coins are fairly common, but a closer examination reveals that there are specific factors and varieties that can make a 1978 Lincoln penny worth a lot more than its face value. $1 million rarest coins. One of the most interesting aspects of the 1978 Lincoln penny is the potential for error varieties. While the 1978 penny is generally not known for being a high-value coin, There are a few key varieties and errors that collectors should be aware of. Let's explore these in detail. One of the rarest and most sought-after errors is the double die obverse. This occurs when the die used to strike the coin is misaligned, resulting in doubled images on the obverse. For the 1978 penny, this could mean double dates or a double portrait of Lincoln. To identify a double die obverse, carefully inspect the date and Lincoln's portrait under magnification. Look for any signs of doubling in these areas. This error is rare and highly collectible. Another note for the aspect is the small date and large date varieties. The 1978 Lincoln penny came in both small and large date varieties. The difference lies in the size of the numbers in the year. The small date has thinner, more delicate numbers compared to the large date, which features thicker numbers. To determine which variety you have, compare the size of the numbers in the date. The small date variety is rarer and more sought after by collectors. Rarest coins. Once you've identified a potential error or variety, the next step is grading. Coin grading is essential as it significantly affects the coin's value. Coins are graded based on their condition, which ranges from poor to mint state. Higher grade coins, especially those with errors, can be worth significantly more. Grading involves assessing the coin for wear, scratches, and overall quality. For a more accurate assessment, you might want to have your coin professionally graded by services like PCGS or NGC. They can provide a certification that will help determine the coin's true market value. $1 million rarest coins. To give you an idea of potential values, let's look at recent auction results. Well-preserved double die obverse 1978 Lincoln pennies can fetch several $100s, depending on their grade and rarity. The small date variety, if found in excellent condition, can also command a premium. Rarest coins. If you're on the hunt for valuable 1978 Lincoln pennies, here are a few tips. Use a magnifying glass to check for doubled features or date size variations. Use reference books or online resources to identify potential rare varieties. If you suspect you have a valuable coin, consider having it graded by a professional service. In conclusion, while most 1978 Lincoln pennies are worth their face value, certain varieties and errors can make them quite valuable, whether it's a double die obverse or a R. Welcome back to the channel. Rarest coins. Today, we're uncovering the secrets of the 1966 Lincoln penny. While most of these pennies may seem like standard pocket change, there's a lot more to them than meets the eye. In this video, we'll explore why the 1966 Lincoln penny could be worth a lot more than its face value. We'll look at what makes it special, the rare varieties and errors to watch for, and how you can determine if you have a valuable one. Let's get started. To understand the significance of the 1966 Lincoln penny, let's first review its history. The Lincoln penny, first minted in 1909, was designed to honor Abraham Lincoln's 100th birthday. Over the decades, the coin's design has evolved, but by 1966, it featured Lincoln's portrait on the obverse and the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse. This design remained unchanged until 2009. In 1966, the Lincoln penny was composed of 95% copper and 5% zinc. While most 1966 pennies are relatively common, certain features and errors can make them highly collectible and valuable. Let's dive into what makes this penny special and worth investigating. One notable aspect of the 1966 Lincoln penny is the absence of a mint mark. Pennies produced at the Philadelphia Mint during this era did not have a mint mark, unlike those produced at the Denver or San Francisco mints, which were marked with a D or S, respectively. Although most 1966 pennies lack a mint mark, this feature is significant for collectors looking to complete their sets. To verify if your penny is a no mint mark variety, look at the reverse side of the coin. If there is no D or S mint mark, you have a Philadelphia minted penny. The 1966 Lincoln penny is also known for several notable minting errors. One of the most exciting is the double die obverse. This error occurs when a coin is struck more than once, resulting in doubled images, particularly noticeable in the date and Lincoln's portrait. To identify a double die obverse, use a magnifying glass to inspect the date and Lincoln's portrait closely. Look for any signs of doubling. If you spot noticeable doubling, you might have a rare and valuable error coin. Even if your 1966 Lincoln penny does not have errors or special varieties, high-grade coins are still valuable. Coins are graded on a scale from poor to mint state, with higher grades indicating better condition. A 1966 penny in uncirculated or mint state condition can be worth significantly more than a worn or circulated coin. To accurately assess the grade of your penny, you might consider having it evaluated by professional grading services such as PCGS or NGC. These services provide detailed grading and certification, which can help determine your coin's market value. $4 million rarest coins. To give you a sense of potential value, let's review some recent auction results. Well-preserved 1966 Lincoln pennies, especially those with minting errors or high grades, can command impressive prices. Depending on their rarity and condition, they might sell for anywhere from a few hundred to several $1,000s. Rarest coins. If you're on the hunt for valuable 1966 Lincoln pennies, here are a few tips. Use a magnifying glass to check for doubling or other minting errors. Look for the absence of a mint mark to confirm it was minted in Philadelphia. Evaluate the condition of your coin to determine if it might be a high-grade. Example: for coins you suspect might be valuable, consider having them graded by a professional service. In conclusion, while many 1966 Lincoln pennies are worth their face value, certain varieties and errors can make them highly valuable. Whether it's an aone mark penny, a double die obverse, or a high-grade coin, knowing what to look for and getting your coin professionally graded can reveal its true worth.